Hello everyone, this is Magbo Gaming here, and today I'm reviewing the new updated game hunt list. And this is going to be applied for throughout the rest of 2025. So every time I find a game on this list right here, which I'm going to review each of them and the reason why very soon, I am going to document on it. So I show you like how I find it, and to encourage people that are unable to find the games on their list to keep looking, especially if you're retro game hunters like me. So there's only like a couple modern games in this list, as you can see. So yeah, so this is the new game list. Now this game right here, Wario Land 1, Super Mario Land 3, why is this back on the list? I'm not sure if you're an old-time viewer of mine, but I used to have this as well. And then I found a copy in Game World. I kept it, but then I was not satisfied with the condition of the thing, so I decided to sell that thing on eBay. So now I want to find it in pristine, near mint condition, at least in decent condition. It doesn't have to be perfect, but as long as the cartridge is in pretty good condition, I could work with it. So that's why this is back on the list. This used to have the amiibos there, but now that we obtained it as one of the videos you saw, yeah, that's why it has changed. Now we are still on the hunt for Galgun Returns at this time. We have not been able to find it anywhere, so it's still on the list. Oh yeah, I just wanted to let you know these are games on the list that I'm going to say this right now, that I will promise you that I will not buy any of these online ever again, no matter what. Even if I have to wait like 2 or 3 years in order to find this in the wild, I will not, and I repeat, I will not buy any more games on the game hunt list on the internet unless it's in Facebook Marketplace, because it's a local area where if I find something there, then I'll probably meet them in person. It's still kind of like game hunting. So Facebook Marketplace locally here in Puerto Rico, that's the only exception I have. And that's what I'm going to show you how I look for them later on in this video. So, I just want to clarify this right now for anyone wondering. I will not go on eBay to purchase any of these games on the list. If I purchase a game on the list, it will not be on the list. Even these games, and I'll get to that soon. I'll tell you the struggles of that one. But yeah, in Puerto Rico, most of these games are not even in store shelves. So this is a big challenge to me. Like, it does require me to get out of my comfort zone, but I still have a limited budget, so I can't really travel throughout the whole year. Probably next year I'll finally do it, so this will extend to 2026 hopefully. So yeah, that's the disclaimer right now. Let's continue here. Atelier Yumiya. I have yet to find this in person in any stores. And this has been out for about a few months already, since March of this year. And I want this version, of course, on the Switch because I don't have a PS5 yet. And I want to play on the go. And if it works and runs at least 30 to 60 frames a second, I guess it's okay because it's an anime game. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that. But yeah, I'm missing Atelier Yumiya in my collection. I may get Atelier Marie, this one right here, on the internet at some point. Since it's not on the list, then if I decide that I want it in my collection and I cannot find it, then yes, I could buy that online because it's not on this list. Spider-Man 2, I don't think I'm gonna have a hard time finding this one in the wild. The challenge is to find this at under retail, way under retail, like 40 bucks, 30 bucks for this game, because I have seen like $30 to $40 price point. If you want proof, here's some of the proof here on eBay. Yeah, so it is possible to get around that. I'm not spending $70 or $60 on this game. So whether I have to trade in a lot of games to get it, or it has to be under 40 bucks. That's the challenge. Lightning's Return is the newest one on the list. One of the newest one. I'll explain more soon. So this game right here, the reason why I added this on the list is because I do own the other two Final Fantasy 13 games. And I'm currently playing the first one, Final Fantasy 13, the one that came out in 2010. Yes, I am actually playing that game right now at this very moment. So, which means that Lightning's Return is the third game of this trilogy. And I don't know what happens in Final Fantasy 13 2. There's a lot of mixed people saying that some people think that Final Fantasy 13 is a piece of crap, and some people absolutely love it. But when I played it for myself, the 13, I do like the game. I do enjoy the stories and everything. I do enjoy the characters and the discrimination against the group of heroes, which is the IC. Yeah, if you want more information on what Final Fantasy 13 is about, you could definitely search it online for that. But I need this in my collection at some point because I'm eventually going to beat the first 2 games. It will take me quite a while, so I have all the time in the world to look for this. But when I beat those 2 games eventually, which, like I said, will take a while because I'm also going to be playing Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth, which I got on my Steam Deck now, so this will take quite a while for me to get to. But at some point, if I do find it a while, I'm immediately going to buy it, of course. And it's not that expensive. It's like, if I find a used copy, it's around $20-something, maybe less. And a brand new copy, I see it for like $30 still, so not too bad. Wii Sports Club, still in the list. I only found 1 copy in the wild for the last couple years, and that was when Borinquen Games actually have this game. But as you can see, it was torn off on the top. So there's no way I was going to get a game in that condition. That's the problem with that. Let's go to the next game. Partners in Time, Mario & Luigi. I do already have the loose cartridge. I showed it to you before, if you have seen it before. I'm looking for the manual and the case for this. Just the manual and the case. Not gonna buy on eBay or anything like that. If I find a complete box somewhere, I'll just sell the extra loose copy that I have afterwards. That's not a problem. The Bomberman Land Trilogy, that is like on Wii, PSP, and DS. They have their own versions, and you will not complete everything without having all 3 from what I know. Because each of them, even though it says the same game, even though I have the PS1 version of this game technically, but these 3 games have different mini games for different technology. So the Wii probably has some motion control, the DS has touch features, the PSP maybe just have some traditional controls or something, but they're all different. I did found this game in Florida, a brand new copy, but I kind of held back on getting it because I thought it was kind of pricey compared to what I could get online at the time. So now it's like I added this to a list, and I'm like, if I were to find something like that again, I would have to buy it. So this one right here, I'm getting it for a friend of mine and one for myself. Let me explain. I'm not gonna tell you exactly who I'm getting this for her privacy or his privacy as well. Who knows who it is? But all I know is you know who you are. You're watching this video, you probably know who you are. Okay, so Scarlet, I got this game already. That's not a problem. But I'm searching for Violet for my collection. But not for full retail price, no. I'm gonna get a used copy. It could be complete in box or it could be cartridge only. It doesn't matter. Now, if it's for a friend of mine, it doesn't matter which one. But if I happen to find Scarlet used first, then it's going to be for my friend. If I find Violet first, then it's still going to be for my friend first and then for me. Because I know this person really wants that new Pokemon game, and this person was not able to afford it because of other responsibilities in life. So I decided that since this person as well gave me a bunch of games recently on PS3, and I'm very thankful for that a lot, I decided that I'm gonna get you something in return at some point. When I find a good deal on this, it's all yours. That's what I'm gonna say here. I don't want to promise anything else beyond that. If you're watching this, you know who you are, but that's what I'm gonna say. Now, the Holy Grails, I'm gonna be straight with you here. I'm not gonna be able to afford these games at full price anytime soon. Like, my game budget is very limited right now, and I'm trying to be very smart on my purchase power. So here, Fire Emblem. I don't have the original Fire Emblem game, the first one that came out in the US. So that's why it's on the list right now. It's over $100 in loose. I think it is like $80 to $90 or maybe $70 for a loose cartridge. But for the complete in box, forget about it. I'll be lucky if I get that, but I'm not expecting it. And definitely not on Kirby's Dream Land 3 for sure. Heck no. I am not getting complete in box for that unless for some reason someone out there in the cosmos actually decides to one day give me a copy out of their generosity, which I'm not expecting whatsoever. So I'm just saying that will be the only way I'll accept a complete in box copy of this, because I'm not spending like hundreds and thousands of dollars on this whole complete thing. You can forget about that. I just want the cartridge and have it in my collection. I'm good with that. And Dot Hack Quarantine, the one I've been searching for many years or maybe even decades at this point. I wish I would have bought it when it was still in GameStop for 20-something dollars back in 2005, 2006, 2007, even 2004. When it was back in a readily available, nobody cared about it at the time. Now, like everyone, their mothers want this game. It's the final of the quadrilogy of the Dot Hack series. I used to have the other 3 games, but I sold it off because I knew I was probably never going to get this game. And I kind of gave up on it, but I still got the save file on my memory card of PS2 back from 2008 or so when I played Outbreak. So this is going to be back in the hunt list. It's still there since the last time. I am not going to pay $300+ rightfully so at this time for this game. Nope. Hopefully I could get off a trade. Realistically, hopefully I could get off some sort of trade. I could trade like a handful of Switch games or something that I'm not even wanting to play anymore, and I could trade for that, then something like that would be fine with me. But yeah, this is the entire list. So as for the small last portion of the video, let's go into Facebook Marketplace, see if I can find anyone locally that is selling any one of these games for a decent price. Definitely not gonna expect these 3 games. These 3 games I'm not gonna be willing to spend for. But every other of these games, I could try to arrange something or trades or whatever. If it's these 2 for cheap, then yeah, I pay cash completely. Even this game, if I find it. This game shouldn't be that expensive. It's just the case in the manual, right? This one depends, but it's not that pricey either. It's just extremely hard to find. The struggles of finding these 3 games is unreal. Like, I was never able to find this game anywhere in the wild in my entire life. From as far as I know, except for this game store in Florida, as you can see here. So yeah, let's get to that section. Let's see if we can find something, and then going forward, we'll go to the actual game hunts, which I'm gonna be recording a few within the next month or so. So I hope you look forward to the new game hunting series that we're gonna do. We're gonna get back to it pretty soon. Hope everything goes well, and I'll see you all there. Okay guys, here is Facebook Marketplace locally in my area in Puerto Rico. So this is where I'm gonna search for real quick. Let's see if any of the games on the list I showed you earlier, somebody has it for a decent price. So let's see. Nope. This is yep. Nothing here. Okay. I'm just gonna look for it. Like $10 for a Wii? Not bad. I may check that out. Let's see. A PlayStation 5 Pro for 600. PlayStation Portal for 170. Nothing here. A Switch. There's a few Genesis games here. A copy of Pokemon Colosseum. Let me just show it better. A copy of Pokemon Colosseum for $165. Yeah, they're not cheap these days, for sure. Metaphor for $40. That's pretty nice. I already got the game though. Oh, okay. There's a Game Boy frontlit. Looks frontlit to me. That's not a bad price for a PS5. $320. I dig that. I'm not gonna buy it right now, but definitely something to look into. Oh, this is very interesting. You know, right here. This is the copy of Mario Party 8 that I bought last week from the flea market. I paid only $10 and it was complete, as you can see here. That's gonna be for resale since I already got my own copy. That's how I make my extra money in order to buy games for my collection pretty much. So yeah, I saw that. It was pretty cheap. I think it was $9 actually for the whole thing. And I paid $10 with an extra game, which was like Mario Kart and stuff. Yep, as I thought. Yeah, this Mario Kart, yeah, this was definitely... Yep. I didn't bought the rest of the games in the collection because most of them were pretty much worth around $10 to $15. They're not that expensive, especially Donkey Kong Country Returns. That's super cheap, man. Yeah, so that was a local buy as well. Not much new, honestly. Nothing I'm looking for. Another red Wii right there. Pretty nice. Wow, the $400 for 2DS. That's insane. That's gonna be pretty pricey later on. The Armor Core. That's gonna be very expensive later. Nope. Donkey Kong. Switch games. None of these Switch games are... Yeah, they're not Galgun. They're not Atelier Yumiya. Nope. Yeah, you gotta be kidding me. I don't think that's worth $13. I'll check into that later. Off camera. Yeah, so nothing I'm looking for at this time. But there are a lot of options here in Puerto Rico. Those are some of the games that are sold in Puerto Rico. Look, Power Stone 2 for $80. I think that's how much they're worth. Yep. Oh, look. Super Mario 3D All-Stars for 90 bucks. Yeesh! For cartridge alone. Crazy. So you get the idea. So this was a dud. I expected it to be a dud. There was no games here that... Yeah, this is outside my area, but they're still in Puerto Rico, so I'll just take a quick look. None of this is what I'm looking for. There's a Pokemon Sapphire game copy there. I'll check that on my own free time. Well, yeah, this is how I game hunt online pretty much. Yep, there's a PS Vita Slim. I got 2 of these things. So yeah, what you guys think? It was a dud. They didn't have anything I was looking for, unfortunately. These games are pretty rare for the most part. I still haven't found Lightning's Return this bunch, unfortunately. So every week I'll be checking it myself, and every month I'll probably be recording it as well, just so you can see like what I go through with hunting these things down. Yep, there's nothing that I'm particularly looking for right now. Steam Deck for $600 and used? No thank you. I got my own Steam Deck now. Is there Bomberman Land here? Let's see. Nope. I think that's it. I hope you all enjoyed. If you want to check out more of my content, there's a lot more content on my channel. Be sure to subscribe and like this video so it can help the algorithm to grow. It could certainly help with getting the video out there, getting people motivated to make their own game list if they so desire, and be able to hunt this game down, and maybe it'll be inspiration for your own content as well. Who knows? Hopefully it helps, and I'll see you all in the next one. Good luck with the hunt. Let this journey begin, and I'll see you all in the next one. Magbo Gaming out. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching this video. Check these videos too that are related to what you just watched. I'm sure you will find some enjoyment there. You can also follow me on Instagram and support the channel via Patreon or buy my Magbo merch. Links below. Hope to see you again soon.